to a city immortalized in song. Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium, and home to the Western Michigan Broncos. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Broncos will kick it away to start us off. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Broncos offense will get the first swing of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Corners are going to bail. Defense might bring the house here. Pulls it in. It's Bates. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. To the air. It's St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Broncos are rolling down the field. Looking to throw again. Finds his tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. Touchdown, Broncos! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Return goes out of bounds.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. He's got him. At the 35, he's open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the Broncos can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Got some momentum to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking for a man, it's St. Clair. Makes the catch. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any. Play tight and play physical.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Broncos offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Second down coming up. They try to get it outside on the left. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Motion from the back. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Find some fresh air. Turning it on. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. Third down and one. I got to be the more physical.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
He'll toss it. Tripped up for the tackle.
And I love the play call. Get it to the running back, chew up some yards so you make third down more manageable. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, Jesse. Now as a quarterback, I can be successful.
Yeah, and I think the play worked in part because the defense was expecting pass and that down and distance, so it begs the question.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Broncos moving quickly to the line.
Western Michigan.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Now on the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Loss of 3.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown Broncos.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
Man, I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out in the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns. And
there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Broncos, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bates. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
The Broncos come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give on the inside. Creates a little space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's St. Clair. Gets open down the middle.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Touchdown, Boise State! Once he got some room, it was over.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The Broncos come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. 4 wide receivers set, trips to the left on 2nd and 3. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get the first down and spot it on the 49. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Rolling right and going deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if I'm the running back, I'm really like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes.
He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. The Broncos have moved it inside the 20. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jennings. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. And the Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Toss sweep to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking to pass. It's Lincoln. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They kick it away on 4th down. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Bates. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabs it inside the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The Broncos want to crank the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to throw, it's Lincoln. Oh, they're after him. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And the Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Makes a grab on the shot. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Broncos, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. To the air on 1st down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Got a hand on it near the goal line.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Western Michigan, 20.
Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that play.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. Racing down the left side. At the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one.
And that's a live ball behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair.
I feel like this defense really needed that, man. They need a shot in the arm. They've had some bad possessions, not been great. Nice job getting to the quarterback. Get him in a predictable 3rd and long situations where now you can unleash that pass rush.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it's no good. He missed it. After the miss, the lead still at 11. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
Sure was, and that's why this...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. He wants to take the top off. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. That penalty will back them up some more, half the distance to the goal. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Lincoln. The screen, he's got wheels. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Release to the back. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Broncos will hustle to the line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Lincoln. Using the quick game. Oh, he's got a chance. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it from the gun. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Western Michigan.
Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was...
To the end zone and is picked off. He's at the 50.
Tight coverage by this defense, creating the interception, and man, for a second, it looked like he was about to house that. The offense does a good job becoming the defense and making the play around midfield.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Western Michigan, 26.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll move the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. The Broncos are on the move. The give to the back. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
And the Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Broncos line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Going to try to get it himself. Brings it to the open.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try the toss to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll move the wide receiver. After run, now throw. Calls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. To the air, it's Lincoln. Lets it go. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Jet sweep trying to turn the corner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Caught. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the 3rd down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw. It's Lincoln. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And this is a big-time moment for this offense. So who are you going to give the ball? The guy you trust, the guy who's been doing it all game. You know he can deliver. They got so much confidence in this young man, and he's proven why today. Let's see how he finishes.
The ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Second down.
So now it's second and long. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Working that left side. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that's a first down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into?